Hello guys, welcome to Nullvoid. So today we are going to look at a problem called number of islands. It's a question asked by many companies, especially fan companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft. So let's look into it. Let's look at the problem description. It says given an m cross n 2D binary grid, which represents a map of ones called land and zeros called water, return the number of islands. So an island is surrounded by water, which is formed by connecting adjacent lands horizontally or vertically. You may assume all four edges of the grid are all surrounded by water. So if we look at the first example, then for this grid, we return 1 because we have only one island, that is this one, connecting all these ones. And if we look at example 2, then for this grid, we return 3. So the first island is these four ones. Then we have this single one island. Then these two ones make another island. Also, we cannot connect adjacent ones, so that is why we have three islands. If we could do that, then I think there will be only one island as then in this example. So how do we solve this? So we need some way to traverse this grid and see if we see a 1. When we see a 1, we need to check what all ones are connected with this, either horizontally or vertically, and we will mark all those ones connected to this one as seen, and we can say that this is our one island, and then we can move forward. So let's look at the solution. So this is basically the crux of how you will solve it. You will traverse it, you will see a 1, you will check all the ones connected to it, you will move forward, and at the end you will have your number of islands. So let's initialize our number of islands variable. Let's call it num islands only, same as the function. Yep, we can initialize it with 0. Then we should traverse this char grid. So for int I equals to 0, I less than grid, and I plus plus. 2D array, so we need a j pointer also. So let's call this 0, then j less than grid of I and j plus plus. So this is how basically it traverses a 2D array, simple stuff. Now what we need to do, we need to increment number of island plus plus. And when do we increment it? When we see a 1. So if grid of I and j double equals to, it's a char 1. This is the case where we are interested. We will increment number of islands. And now we need some way to mark all the connected ones. We can do it in two ways. The first one is we can somehow maintain a memory of all the positions in the grid that we have touched, and if in future we come at that position, we will not process it. But one easier way to do it, because there is no foundation about it, that whenever we see a 1, we will sync, let's call it, we will convert it to 0. Basically, we will sync the island, all the connecting ones, we will sync all of them. So whenever we reach an island, we will just sync it, so that in future we will not count it. So let's create a method that will sync our islands. Let's call it sync. We'll define it later. Then after this is done, we can just return num islands, right? Yep. So this is basically how you'll solve it. So we are done with the base logic of the problem. Now the other thing is to sync the islands. How do we sync it? Let's define a function. We can make it private, and we don't have to return anything. We just want to sync. What is happening? We just want to sync everything. What do we need? We need the grid. So what do we need? We need the grid, and we need I comma j position. That is the current position in the grid, and this is a recursive function. So we need to write the bounding condition for the recursive function, which will be I should be greater than 0. So if this is less than 0, we'll break, or I greater than grid dot length if it crosses the I basically the foundation of I. And I did a mistake here. Let's correct it. This should be grid dot length and grid 0 dot length. Yeah, that looks good. Let's get back to our bounding condition for j. So for j also it should be less than 0. So let's make it j less than 0. And for j we need to make it greater than grid 0 dot length. I think that's good. That's good enough. So this is our condition where we will break from this recursive function. I think we should also add grid I0 here, I comma j equals to 0, because we are not interested in zeros. Whenever we see a 0, we can just break out of this function, because we want to check if we have ones in neighborhood of our current position. Yep, we are doing a check there. Then what do we do here? We need to sync our current position. Let us make grid I comma j equals to 0. Grid I j equals to 0. Now we need to do recursion. We will check its left neighborhood position, right neighborhood position, the one above it, the one below it. So let's sync it. Sync all its neighbors. We will pass grid here. We'll do I minus 1 to basically check above our current position, and we'll do I plus 1 to go down. So grid, and we should do I plus 1 here. Then same for our horizontal axis. We can do sync grid j minus 1. Yep, I comma j minus 1. And this is for our left neighborhood, and for our right neighborhood we can do sync of j plus 1. Yep, grid I comma j plus 1. Yeah, so this should work. We have covered all the cases here, both the horizontal cases and the vertical cases, and let's run it. We need to pass parameters here. Grid I comma j. Is there anything else? This should be char 0, not int 0, because this is a char array. This would give you an error if you do this. What else? This should be greater than equals to, and this should also be greater than equals to. Why? Because let's say you have an array with 4 elements whose length is 4, and if you traverse that array, then you do it from 0 to 3, because the index starts from 0, and you do not do it from 0 to 4. That is why, to avoid that, we need to make it greater than equals to. Anything else? This should not be double equals to. This looks good. Yep. We are traversing the array. We are counting. Whenever we see a 1, we are counting the island. Then we are syncing all the adjacent ones, and we are returning number of islands back. Let's run it. This should work. Yeah, this works. Yeah, this works. So runtime is 1 ms. It has aced all the test cases. It is faster than 99.95% of Java Online submission for number of islands. So that's how you solve number of islands. One thing I want to point out here is, if you look at this sync function, then there is a concept in it, and that concept is called DFS, that is depth first search. So in depth first search, what you do is, let's say you're traversing a graph. So at any point, what you want to do in DFS is, you pick a point, then you pick its first branch, then you traverse that branch to the very end, till you reach the null node. Once you do it, you return back, then you traverse the second branch. This is what the interviewer is looking for in this question. This is the meat of this question. I think we are good here. So if you like this video, then please do leave a like, leave a comment. If you want me to solve any other problem, if you have any doubt in this problem, then you can leave a comment below and I can take a look. I think that's all from my side in this video. I'll see you next time.